This morning there is a sea of clouds. You can't see Jade Mountain. I've decided to do the harder option, so that means I'm going back in here and taking the trail leading up at about the 2-kilometer mark. The easy route is just to follow the road up here for about 10 kilometers. Well, after walking this yesterday afternoon when it was absolutely full of aunties, and now at 7:30 in the morning when I'm the only one here, I feel qualified to say that if you have the option of getting here early before the crowds, do so, because it's absolutely delightful. I've walked back in to the 2.7 kilometer marker along the Hui Historic Trail, and what the alternative route for this portion of the mountains, the Sea Greenway, goes up here. So that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to take a little while to sort out my pack first and then set off. I've left Teresa behind, having a nice slow breakfast and coffee by the car, because if I manage to complete what I want to complete today, it will be about 20 kilometers and about 1,600 meters of elevation gain. And although she's rested and I'm not, I don't think she's got the stamina to do that at the moment. So hopefully she will join me on the last section along the ridge line between Mount Lulin and Linzhi. Sorry, it must be lovely listening to my panting. I've come across the scene of a massacre. A little bit further up, there's a very good clue as to what was massacred. Look at that bright orange feather. That means this is the grave of a flame crest. I wonder who snatched it. There's a tree in a pit here. I'm pretty sure it's an artificial pit. And just up here there's, I don't know, what is this? A weather station? Guard station? Not sure. It's got a nice little map on it. I have arrived at the western peak of Mount Dongshui. It is 2,600 meters above sea level, and somebody, a deer I think, has left a pile of poop right below the marker. Onwards to the main peak. Look at all the teeth marks on this tree. Something's been stripping off the bark. There's a stagnant pool right beside the trail. It looks like even the animals aren't too fussed on this one, as there aren't very many prints in the mud. I just found a rhododendron flower too. I have just arrived at the summit of San. The clearing itself is a bit scruffy, but if you look up, there are beautiful flowering rhododendron trees all the way around. So I came in from this trailhead on the western side, and I'm gonna leave via this one here. Almost straight away there's another junction. I need to take the left-hand path towards San. The sign here tells me it's an hour and 15 minutes, and the distance is about 1 kilometer and a couple of 100 meters. The right side of the path is clear, but to the left it's foggy. From where we were staying last night, you could watch the clouds scud up the mountain and kind of break over each other or dissipate. I guess I've reached that part. It is kind of magical. I have made it to the junction. Heading straight will take me back down to where I started in 40 minutes, or turning right will take me to San in about 15 minutes, and from San I can continue over and make my way towards Xingaoko, I think. So that's what I'm gonna do. I've just arrived at the summit of San. It looks like it has two names. An old stone marker post. Oh, it's snapped off its original base. The trail continues pretty much straight down the far side. It looks like it's going to be steep on the way down. According to the map, there's a steep downward section just before I rejoin the road. But for most of the descent, kind of descent from Mount Oyu, I'm following this ridge, so it's just going to be comfortable up and down. I don't think it picks up on this camera, but you can see into the valley below. Although it's still quite quiet, I can hear more and more sounds of bird life creeping in. And I can also hear the road all the way down there somewhere on my left. I heard a reversing truck or bus maybe. And every now and again I can hear an engine. I'm walking through the most beautiful mossy grove of oaks. How do I know that they are oaks? Oh, the floor is littered with these acorn caps. I'm now at the end of this sub-trail, and I am, which means I need to head out towards the road and then turn right onto the road and follow that for, I'm not sure, a distance. I have about 7.5 kilometers to go on this road. Google Maps reckons it will take me a little under 2 hours. Along the way there are a couple of points of interest. Finally I managed to catch it on camera. One of them is Lulin Divine Tree, but I don't plan to stop to take a look at that because I have recently seen it a couple of times. There are also lots of monkeys along here. I have reached Yushan National Park. There's a monkey grooming itself here. I'm not going to look at it so it doesn't get angry with me. I think I might go the roadway. This is a macaque bridge. The fuckers don't need it. They're quite happy to run all over the road stealing stuff. I just had to wait below a tree for a baby monkey to drop my Shanghai Jun passport. The buggers have chewed them. I have finally made it to the Lulin Mountain trailhead. Mount Lulin. 1.9 kilometers. It doesn't give an estimate of the time, but I remember this being steep. climbed a little over half of the way up to Lulintan, and I've come up to Lulin Lodge. I think it's been rebuilt in the not too distant past, but the original version of this was built in the Japanese colonial era, and people attempting to climb Jade Mountain would have stayed here in the past. Now, the only people who can stay here are people who work for the Forestry Bureau. I'm gonna go up here. There's a bathroom here and a water dispenser, and then I think it's about another 500, 600 meters, 700 of steep steps up to the top of Mount Lulin. Let's take a break and then get on with it. I have reached the Lulin Mountain, 2,881 meters above sea level, and I'm going to turn left to head towards Mount Linge. This is the biggest of the alpine pools along this trail. It's not actually raining, but when you pass under these pines, you can hear the sound of rain, and it looks like rain on the floor, but in actual fact they're just picking up moisture from the clouds. The fog hasn't exactly lifted, but it's a bit sunnier and some sections are almost clear. I am just approaching Linge Mountain Saddle. The path heads on straight over here up towards today's final peak. In clear weather, from here you can see lots of mountains. Today, no, I can just see cloud. These ascents are absolutely nothing compared to the steepness of what I was doing at the start of the day, but I'm lagging. I don't know, maybe I haven't drunk enough water because it's cooler and I haven't been as aware of needing to drink, or maybe I've just done a lot of walking today. I am tired. Jade Mountain. As I was walking up, the scenery on the left of the trail was kind of clear, but there's a load of cloud coming in. This summit has one of my favourite signs in all of Taiwan. It's a foreigner who's seen a mountain pit viper and is yelling, "Ah! A snake!" Look how terrified he looks. Suddenly, really, really sunny. Like super sunny. I can feel it burning the back of my neck. The descent from Jade Mountain is really steep for the most part. Oh. Look at that sun. I have made it to the Jade Mountain trailhead, and I think I'm going to get a bus down because I've done a lot of walking today. Arrived at Dongpu Lodge. Teresa checked in earlier, so in a bit we're gonna cook dinner.